Yeah, hello again, this is Andrew Culkin, and again, I'm the author of Amanda, A Cautionary Tale of Alcoholism. It was the story of my wife's 20-year decline with alcoholism, and she passed away a little over 3 years ago. I also have a coaching program coming out in the next month or so. It's called There's an Alcoholic in the Family. Today I want to talk about one of the reasons why alcoholism, AUD, whatever you want to call it, alcohol use disorder, why someone creates a problem in their life and why it persists, why it permeates through the family. One of the main reasons is people just don't want to talk about it. They don't want to admit that they have a problem. Now, the alcoholic themselves, they're often in denial that they have a problem. Maybe in the earlier stages, in their teens, they've created a habit. It was part of the lifestyle. It's all part of growing up, really, is drinking for a lot of people. And as a teenager and even into your early 20s, you're almost weird if you don't drink. It's always the drug of choice. It's the easiest one. It's the most accessible drug to take. But it also creates a habit. By the time you're in your 20s, and if you're still drinking, and your weekends are turning into 4-day weekends, and you're waking up with a hangover on Wednesday from the weekend, it's time to admit that you have a problem. Some of the additional problem is the people that you're surrounded with may not want to be confronting the problem because they don't want to get involved. Maybe they're tired of the drama. They don't want to live with all this drama. So sometimes it's easier just to stay status quo and not talk about it, not rock the boat, not cause problems. Maybe they feel the person might grow out of it themselves. Family members might feel that person might just get through this period in their life. When in reality, most of the time, someone who has this kind of disorder, it's only going to get worse. It's a kind of disorder that is progressive. It tends to get worse. When a habit is created, you have to feed that habit more and more. It takes longer and longer to feel the same high that you did when you had maybe 4 or 5 beers. Now you're drinking half a bottle of whiskey. My wife used to drink a bottle of wine, just a regular bottle of wine, and eventually she was drinking 2 large bottles of wine almost every night. And by large bottles, I mean 1.75 liters. So she's drinking a couple 2 to 3 liters of wine a night, and that was her normal stay. You just, as a family member, you get tired of the drama, but you have to talk about it. You have to bring it out to the surface. You need to get involved in some kind of group therapy. Not necessarily, there's more than just AA meetings. There's lots of group therapy available to you. But family members need to talk about it. They need to address it, and you need to have the guts to confront it. You don't always necessarily need a full-blown intervention. Sometimes you just need to sit down and talk to somebody and say, you got a problem, and you need to expose the problem, and this is what's been going on the last 3 months, and I noticed a habit, and I noticed that you have a problem, and you need to talk about it and confront it. If it persists, then you need to take further action. But at the very least, it needs to be approached. The problem needs to be approached by family members, and the person who has the disorder or the growing disorder needs to be aware that the people in their life are aware of the problem. That's where help begins. That's where it begins. I hope that helps. Hope that brings you some insight into what we're trying to accomplish here. Again, you can go to www.amanda.acautionarytale.com. You can scroll down, put your email address in there, your name, and get in line for the pre-orders when it comes out. The book is, it's a long book, and it's a big book, and it's taken a little bit longer than I was hoping for, but we hope to have it out by, for Christmas of 2023. Again, you can go to the Facebook group at AmandaACautionaryTale.com and join our Facebook group and find out what's going on with everything. Again, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again.